Our research explores how toys influence the STEM gender gap and the impact of empowerment of young girls in Canada.
Compared to boys who had strong and engaging experiences with computers and grew their interest throughout middle and high school, girls did not report the same experience.
Gender disparities still persist, and women remain very much underrepresented.
The leaky pipeline phenomenon refers to the steady decline in the representation of women as they progress through different stages of STEM.
Some uses of AI systems may present bias risks for historically marginalized communities.
Here, we can see the most visible underrepresentation in computer science and math and engineering and architecture.
On breaking barriers, overcoming gender bias, mentorship gaps, and structural challenges for women's leadership in STEM.
Nous avons retenu les principaux problèmes que les femmes immigrantes rencontrent au Canada lorsqu'elles souhaitent poursuivre une carrière en STEM.
Good morning and welcome to the launching ceremony of the 2025-2026 edition of the Voices of Olympia Canada School Competition. My name is Marinella Montanari. I'm the Executive Director of the artistic organization Jobel Art, and I will be your MC today. I would like to start by acknowledging that we are gathering on traditional Indigenous land. The Kanien'kehá:ka Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we are gathered today. Tiohtià:ke, Montréal, est historiquement connu comme un lieu de rassemblement pour de nombreuses Premières Nations et aujourd'hui une population autochtone diversifiée ainsi que d'autres peuples y résident. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with the Indigenous and other peoples within the Montreal community. Aujourd'hui, le 5 décembre, nous commémorons les 14 femmes assassinées à l'École polytechnique de Montréal, tout simplement parce qu'elles étaient des femmes. The National Day of Remembrance and Action on Violence Against Women, it's about remembering those who have experienced gender-based violence and those who have lost their lives to it. Je vous invite à observer une minute de silence en solidarité aux actions contre la violence faite aux femmes et aux filles. Thank you. It is my pleasure now to invite here at the podium Dr. Kim Turcot-Diffrouchat, PhD Anthropology, Deputy Head of the Study School, who has accepted to host our event today and will deliver the welcoming address. Dr. Turcot-Diffrouchat, the floor is yours.
Quel honneur! Quel honneur! Bonjour. Chers invités, chers collègues, distinguées fondatrices et organisatrices de l'Hymne de la Parole Canada, surtout chères participantes, c'est un privilège profond pour The Study d'accueillir aujourd'hui pour l'ouverture officielle de cette nouvelle édition du concours cette belle communauté. Depuis sa création, l'Hymne de la Parole Canada offre un espace unique où les jeunes femmes peuvent analyser le monde, interroger ce qui doit changer et proposer des solutions ancrées dans la réalité. Dear guests, dear mentors, educators, teachers, and especially the remarkable young women gathered with us today, it is a profound honor for our school to host this ceremony. The study has been a proud partner of Olympe de la Parole Canada since its inaugural edition in 2017, and welcoming you here today feels as if we are welcoming a part of our own story, a reflection of our values, our commitments, and our hopes for the future. L'un des aspects les plus marquants du concours pour nous est l'ampleur et la profondeur du travail qu'il exige. Olympe de la Parole, ce n'est pas un simple projet ponctuel, parascolaire, c'est un parcours intellectuel qui s'étend sur toute l'année, souvent à l'extérieur des heures régulières de classe et bien au-delà des attentes habituelles du travail scolaire. Les élèves mènent des recherches approfondies, consultent des expertes et des experts, des messieurs quand même, des fois, tissent des liens interdisciplinaires, écrivent, révisent, débattent et collaborent avec une persévérance remarquable. Les enseignantes et les mentors les accompagnent avec un engagement tout aussi constant. Il s'agit véritablement de ce que la pédagogie peut offrir de meilleur. One of the defining strengths, in our opinion, of this competition is the depth and integrity of its pedagogical approach. Students engage with real social issues, connect with the world beyond the classroom, and produce work that is both interdisciplinary and authentically meaningful. This long and demanding process leads to outcomes that are solid, socially engaged, and grounded in genuine citizenship. Et c'est précisément parce que ce travail est exigeant qu'il transforme profondément les élèves qui y participent. Les filles apprennent à articuler des idées complexes, à parler avec assurance et conviction et à développer leur capacité à exercer un leadership réfléchi. Les enseignants et enseignantes, quant à eux et elles, deviennent des guides, des partenaires dans ce parcours de croissance, d'exploration. Et ensemble, vous créez un espace où la pensée critique, l'empathie, la conscience sociale, l'éloquence peuvent vraiment s'épanouir. Our two institutions are united by a profound conviction that the voices of girls and women matter, that they deserve to be heard, and that they have the power to influence and improve society. Olympe de la Parole Canada celebrates analysis, collaboration, creativity, eloquence, and a nuanced understanding of equality. These values resonate deeply with the mission and the spirit of the study. Vous avez peut-être vu en entrant dans le bâtiment notre slogan « The world needs great women ». C'est plus qu'une devise, c'est une conviction ancrée dans tout ce que nous faisons et c'est une conviction que partage pleinement Olympe de la Parole. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes rassemblés dans une salle pleine de great women, et great men aussi bien sûr, celles que vous êtes déjà et celles que vous êtes en train de devenir. Notre rassemblement d'aujourd'hui revêt également une signification particulière à la veille du 6 décembre. L'anniversaire de la tragédie de Polytechnique demeure un rappel solennel de la violence que les femmes ont subie et subissent encore. Il nous invite à regarder avec honnêteté le chemin que nous avons parcouru, le travail essentiel qui reste encore à accomplir pour atteindre une véritable égalité entre les hommes et les femmes. En ce moment précis, mémoire, réflexion et responsabilité se rejoignent. As we stand together in this moment, we are called to carry both remembrance and commitment. Progress has indeed been made, yet the path towards full equality remains unfinished. That's why you're here. And today's ceremony invites us to reflect not only on the past, but also on the responsibility we collectively share to shape a more just future. Et c'est vers vous, les jeunes participantes, que se tournent aujourd'hui nos regards. Vos idées, vos analyses, vos propositions s'inscrivent dans la continuité de cette longue lutte pour l'égalité. Ce que vous accomplissez ici n'est pas seulement un exercice scolaire, c'est un acte citoyen, sérieux, réfléchi et porteur d'avenir. To the students, trust the strength of your voice, the depth of your thinking, and the integrity of the work you have undertaken. Teachers and mentors, thank you for your dedication, your guidance, and the generous expertise you bring to this journey. and to the founders and leaders of Olympe de la Parole Canada, the study is honored to walk alongside you in this mission that continues to shape minds and amplify voices. Merci à vous tous d'être ici aujourd'hui pour votre engagement, votre présence. Je vous souhaite un concours inspirant, exigeant, porteur d'avenir. Bienvenue à The Study, une très bonne cérémonie d'ouverture à toutes. Merci.
Thank you, Dr. Turcot-Di-Fruscia. Maintenant, c'est avec grand plaisir que j'invite au podium Dr. Saud Savary, fondatrice et directrice générale des Olympes de la Parole Canada pour l'allocution d'ouverture. Dr. Savary, le podium est à vous.
Merci, Madame Montanari. Merci. Ça va, je vais le faire. Merci. Honored guests, distinguished speakers, head of schools, dedicated teachers, supportive parents, valued partners, dear friends, participants, and committed supporters. Greetings to you all. De Montréal à Langley, j'étends une chaleureuse bienvenue à nos 7 équipes concurrentes. Permettez-moi de commencer par une profonde gratitude envers Dr. Kim Turcot-Di-Fruscia, directrice adjointe de The Study, pour ses gracieuses paroles de bienvenue et pour avoir généreusement accepté d'accueillir la cérémonie de lancement de la 8e édition du concours scolaire Olympe de la Parole Canada. Pour la 2e année consécutive, nous avons le privilège de bénéficier d'une hospitalité remarquable dans ce magnifique auditorium. I must also acknowledge the pivotal role played by Mrs. Leogas, the study IT director, in orchestrating this event. Mrs. Leogas, your partnership has been invaluable. On behalf of my entire team, thank you so very much. We are deeply honored by the presence of remarkable individuals fully committed to supporting the continuation of our mission. In alphabetical order, I name Monsieur Comaneci, chercheur scientifique à l'Université McGill. Madame Diaz-Claver, cofondatrice et PDG de STEM Women International. Madame Mancini, directrice générale communauté Est du Canada, CIBC. Dr. Peichin, vice-président de recherche-développement des affaires, région de l'Est du Canada, CIBC. Parmi nous, nous avons Madame Small Penfather, conseillère municipale de Montréal-Ouest. Nous saluons également les enseignantes qui encadrent nos participantes, ainsi que nos mentors qui les accompagnent dans ce parcours. Salutations spéciales à la belle délégation de l'Académie Marie-Claire. Je suis profondément reconnaissante envers nos membres du conseil d'administration pour leur dévouement, particulièrement Madame Montanari, pour sa coordination méticuleuse en tant que maîtresse de cérémonie, et Madame Ramundo pour sa gestion des relations avec la communauté. My name is Dr. Savary. I am a retired chemist and the founder and executive director of Olympe de la Parole Canada, Voices of Olympia Canada. In my role, I have the privilege to lead an organization supported by a dedicated board, 10 dynamic ambassadors, and 8 mentors, all united by a common purpose, empowering high school girls across Canada through 4 key work streams: global citizenship project-based learning, youth community engagement, mentorship, and the promotion of a culture of science. One of 6 similar competitions worldwide, inspired by a French model, Olympe de la Parole Canada stands as the only search competition in North America entirely dedicated to adolescent girls. Named after Olympe de Gouges, an 18th century feminist and writer who advocated for the rights of girls and women and was beheaded for her ideas and only rehabilitated in 2001, we carry forward her legacy of courage and conviction. Depuis 2017, notre concours scolaire avec jury invite les jeunes filles du secondaire au Canada à réfléchir sur l'inégalité entre les sexes et à son impact sur l'autonomisation des filles et des femmes. Les thèmes du concours reflètent, dans un contexte canadien, l'intersection entre les objectifs de développement durable de l'agenda 2030 et les sujets qui sont débattus à ONU Femmes, à la Commission de la condition de la femme des Nations Unies. The scope of our impact since 2017 speaks volumes. Participants averaging 16 years of age from 29 public and private schools across Canada have delivered 38 presentations to the Parallel Event Forum that links civil society to the UN Commission on the Status of Women before an audience of approximately 12,000 people each time. These young leaders have collaborated with more than 50 Indigenous and non-Indigenous organizations to develop 38 community transforming projects, impacting directly or indirectly over 75 students, teachers, and 75,000 teachers, students, and parents. To date, we have awarded more than $50,000 in scholarship of excellence. We are profoundly grateful to all supporters who have helped us reach these significant milestones. This year, we are proud to launch our 8th edition at a time when science, technology, and innovation remain the primary forces shaping our rapidly evolving digital economy. Artificial intelligence, now molding our future, plays a pivotal role in gender equality and stands as one of the 6 key focus areas of the UN Commission on the Status of Women. Nos 7 équipes participantes exploreront la question suivante. Comment l'intelligence artificielle et la gouvernance numérique peuvent-elles influencer l'autonomisation des filles et des femmes dans des champs spécifiques au Canada? Elles sont maintenant prêtes à partager avec vous leur sujet de recherche. Je vous invite à leur accorder toute votre attention pendant qu'elles présentent leurs perspectives réfléchies et leurs solutions innovantes. Merci.
Thank you, Dr. Savary. It is now my pleasure d'inviter au podium notre conférencière principale, Madame Eva Diaz-Claver, Global STEM Women Co-founder and CEO, pour l'allocution principale. Madame Diaz-Claver, le podium est à vous.
Global STEM Women is an organization dedicated to advancing gender equity in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics through a unique methodology based on the analysis of real data from STEM programs around the world. We unite leaders, companies, institutions, and governments to accelerate participation of women and girls in STEM and ensure that talent, not circumstance, defines opportunity. Our signature initiative, the STEM Women Annual Report, or SWAR, is the first global system capable of measuring, comparing, and advancing gender equity in STEM ecosystems across countries. We do this through the STEM Atlas, a digital intelligence platform built to collect and analyze data at scale, in any language and in real time. The result: a new global standard that reveals what works, where change happens, and where support is urgently needed. The SWAR is not built in isolation. It is co-created with focus groups of volunteer experts in every country, our chapters, and empowered by the support of the STEM Women Association. Together, we capture insights from the field, from classrooms to boardrooms, and transform them into actionable national and corporate strategies. And every year, the results are unveiled at each STEM Women Congress around the world. In 2025, we brought these insights to 6 countries in 3 different continents. For the first time in history, a methodology exists to trace the impact of STEM initiatives, from early inspiration to academic enrollment to workforce integration. This means one thing: we can now statistically connect investment in STEM equity with economic growth. This is not just social progress. This is economic transformation at national scale.
Chers participants, chers jeunes leaders, chers SAOT, mesdames et messieurs, c'est un immense plaisir pour moi d'être ici avec vous aujourd'hui à Montréal pour le lancement de cette 12e édition des Olympiades de la Parole Canada. Ce moment, c'est très spécial pour qu'il place la voix des filles exactement là où elle doit être, au centre des discussions qui façonnent notre avenir collectif. This year's theme is one of that deeply connects and resonates with me: how artificial intelligence and digital governance can empower girls and women in Canada. It's not just a technical question, it's a question about imagination, responsibility, ethics, and leadership. And that is why your presence here matters so profoundly. Artificial intelligence is already transforming our schools, our healthcare systems, our cities, and our workplaces. But we must remember something crucial. AI is not neutral, and it learns from us, from our choices, our values, but also from our biases. And if girls and women are not part of these teams designing and governing these technologies, those systems will never fully reflect your experiences or your needs. Digital governance may sound complex, but at its core is a simple question. Who makes the decisions about technology? Who protects our data? Who sets the rules? Who benefits? And who might be left out? If girls are not included in these conversations, the digital future will not reflect them. Your voice is essential, not optional, because your presence can change the outcome. And I want to be very clear. You are not too young. You are not in preparation. You are already capable. The ideas you develop, the questions you ask, the perspective you bring, all of this matters today. You are already influencing how Canada thinks about equity and technology. Your creativity and your courage can open doors that others don't even see. Ce que vous créez dans ces concours n'est pas seulement un projet scolaire, c'est un prototype de demain. Vous pourrez imaginer un IA qui protège la communauté vulnérable ou une nouvelle manière d'utiliser les données avec responsabilité, ou un système qui aide les filles à sentir en sécurité, soutenues et valorisées. Vous ne savez jamais quelle idée, quelle étincelle peut tout changer. Chaque transformation commence avec quelqu'un qui ose dire « Et si faisait autrement ?» Et cette personne peut être en debout. Empathy is one of the greatest superpowers you have. In a world increasingly shaped by algorithms, data, and automation, your ability to understand the others, feel, to imagine their experience, and to care about the impact of your decisions is key. Empathy helps you design technology that protects people, not just processes, And it helps you to ask better questions, make wiser choices, and build solutions that are ethical, inclusive, and human-centered. In the age of AI, empathy is not a soft skill. It's a form of intelligence that becomes more valuable every single day. I like to explain with a simple metaphor, empathy from a human is the sun. The empathy for AI is like a flashlight. A flashlight can help you to see in the dark and to be incredibly useful, but it doesn't give you the warmth. It doesn't come from a heart. The sun, however, warms everything it touches. Your empathy is that sun, warm, powerful, alive. AI may simulate understanding, but only you can offer genuine connection. And it's that connection, that warmth, that will guide the technologies of the future toward fairness, safety, and dignity for everyone. When I created the STEM Women Congress, my goal was simple, to make sure people, especially women and girls everywhere, could see that science and technology also belong to them. Today, we work in many countries to measure inequalities, understand the barriers that persist, and open new opportunities for girls and women in STEM. And I can assure you one thing: the world needs you. It needs your ideas, your determination, and your clarity and humanity to bring the digital challenges. What I want to leave you today is that artificial intelligence will never replace your imagination. Technology will never be more powerful than your values. And the future will not be written unless you decide to write it. I believe deeply in your talent, your courage, and your potential to shape a more inclusive and intelligent world, and your values. The future of artificial intelligence needs you. Canada needs you. And today, more than ever, I am honored to stand here with you to support you in the greatness you are destined to achieve. We are all standing on what I like to call the staircase of change makers, a long, bright staircase built by the people who use their talent, their curiosity, and their courage to make the world better. On the staircase, I stand somewhere in the middle, shaped by the years I live and the lessons I learned. You are just beginning your climb, your first steps on the path filled with discovery and impact. And just as women and men once reached out a hand to help me rise to the next step, I'm here today to help you take your first ones. But remember this: you are already in the staircase. That means you have also a responsibility, not only to keep climbing, but to offer your hand to those coming behind you. Because a staircase truly becomes a pathway to a better world only when you lift one another as we rise together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Eva Diaz-Claver. Maintenant, j'invite au podium Madame Biagina Mancini, directrice générale des communautés, région Montréal-Est, service bancaire personnel de la CIBC. Madame Mancini, le podium est à vous.
Merci. Merci beaucoup. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for such a warm and exciting introduction. First, let me say what an absolute honor it is for me to be here with you today. Standing before a room full of talented, curious young women is truly inspiring. Thank you for welcoming me and giving me this opportunity to share some thoughts that I hope will empower you as you embark on this learning journey. I remember when I embarked on my journey in the finance world with CIBC almost 30 years ago, a young, inspired graduate eager to begin this new chapter of my life. Within just 5 years, I discovered business banking was an area that truly interested me. Although CIBC has many talented women in the industry, the broader business world was, at that time, predominantly male-dominated. This reality did not discourage me. Instead, it fueled my determination and excited me to learn, grow, and make my mark. Every day was an opportunity to expand my knowledge, build meaningful relationships, and demonstrate that success in this field knows no gender. The challenge of navigating a predominantly male environment inspired me to approach my role with even more passion, striving not just to succeed, but to lead by example for those who would follow. I'd like to speak to you today about financial literacy. Although this might not sound exciting at first, trust me, understanding money, how it works, how to manage it, and how to make it work for you is the most powerful skill you can have. Financial literacy isn't just about balancing a checkbook or planning for a shopping spree. No, it's much more. It's about making smart decisions that will shape your future. Whether you're starting a new business, traveling the world, or planning to buy your first home. When you understand finance, you gain independence. You gain the ability to make choices, not just for yourself, but for your families, your communities, and even for the world. Financial knowledge is freedom. Now, let's talk about why this is especially important for women. Did you know that globally, women are less likely than men to have a bank account, own property, or invest in the stock market? Even here in Canada and across North America, women often earn less, save less, and invest less than men. The gap isn't just about money. It's about opportunity and power. This isn't because women are less capable. Far from it. It's because for generations, women were left out of financial conversations. We weren't taught about money, and sometimes we were even told it wasn't our place. But that changes with you. You are the generation that closes this gap. Now let's fast forward to today. We're living in a world that's changing faster than ever, thanks to technology, and especially artificial intelligence, or AI. AI can analyze huge amounts of information, spot trends, and even help us make decisions about money. For example, AI can help you track your spending, suggest ways to save, and even help you invest. It can make financial information more accessible and less intimidating. In short, AI does have the potential to level the playing field. But here's the important part. AI is a tool, not a replacement for your knowledge. Imagine you're working on a project, or you're talking to an advisor or an investor. If you don't understand the basics of finance, how will you know if AI's advice is right for you? How will you know the questions to ask or the risks to look out for? AI can help you, but you need to be in control. You need the knowledge to guide the conversation, to challenge the results, and to make the final decisions. If you rely on AI without understanding the basics, you're giving away your power. This is where you come in. By learning about finance, by asking questions, by reading and practicing, you're not just helping yourself. You're helping to close the gap for all women. You're showing the world that women belong in every financial conversation, at every table, and in every boardroom. And when you combine your knowledge with the power of AI, you become unstoppable. You can use AI to save time, find opportunities, and make smarter decisions. But always remember, AI is your assistant, not your boss. You're the one in control. So my message to you is this. Don't wait for someone else to teach you about money. Take charge, ask questions, make mistakes and learn from them. Use technology, but never let it replace your own understanding. And most importantly, support each other. Talk about money with your friends. Share what you've learned. Help each other grow. Because when one woman succeeds, we all move forward. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. I believe in each and every one of you. You have the power to change your future, the future of women everywhere. So go out there, get curious about money, embrace technology, and always remember the most valuable investment you can make is in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Mancini. Et maintenant, c'est le moment de commencer à entendre la voix de nos jeunes. And it's time now to hear the voice of a participant from last year's school competition. I invite now here at the podium, up on stage, Ms. Shaya Fadel, member of the 2025 Voices of Olympia Canada first prize winning team from the EMSB Marymount Academy International and Voices of Olympia Canada new ambassador. Shaya, merci de vous présenter ici au podium. So for you, we changed the format. So I will ask you two questions. We can come here so everyone will see us. No, maybe here so we don't cover, I'm so sorry. Maybe here so we don't cover the screen. So here it's good, sorry. Okay, so Shai, I have two questions for you. My first question. Can you share with us 3 meaningful moments from your experience during last year's competition?
Of course, and thank you for the question. It's honestly quite hard to just pick 3 meaningful moments, but I'll try. So the first one definitely is when me and my teammates were working on the project. We went to a library, but we didn't expect to spend much time there. We expected to spend at maximum 5 hours. But in reality, we ended up spending the whole day. We were there at opening and we were there till closing. And for me, it was really meaningful because I've never felt that in sync with a group before. And the way we worked was just fantastic. And I really hope I one day get to experience that level of connectedness with my peers. And I hope for you guys, for all the participants here today, that you guys also get to feel this amazing emotion that I felt in that moment. The second moment I would say was when I was presenting at the UN. As a team leader, I had the opportunity to present there, and it was honestly fantastic. All of the meeting prep beforehand really strengthened my public speaking skills, and it really turned me into the speaker I am today. And it was just so meaningful to speak in front of an international audience like that. And I really felt like I was making a difference in that moment. And it really force-springed me to become the leader I am today. And lastly, I would say it was at the award ceremony. Me and my teammates, we were just holding hands and we were waiting for the results. And honestly, we had no idea what was going to come for us. We honestly didn't think we would win anything. But when the first place Marymount was on the screen, I was in tears and we were just holding each other's hands, and it was truly a precious moment because we all worked so hard on that project, and it really just enlightened me to see also how the gender gap in STEM is so wide. And for me, this is why I find this competition such a beautiful competition.
Thank you, Shaya. I remember the moment at the award ceremony. It was really fantastic. So now my second and last question, why did you choose to join the ambassadors team of Voices of Olympia Canada?
Thank you for the question. For multiple reasons, but the main one is because I had such a great time in the Voices of Olympia competition, and I wanted to pursue it further. I wanted to still be involved in this international, national network that they have created here at Voices of Olympia, and which I find is somewhere you can't get anywhere else. And for me, I also wanted to deepen my public speaking skills and also deepen my opportunities in advocacy for women. And I found being an ambassador would be the perfect way to do such. So yes, that's it.
Thank you, Shaya. Thank you so much, and best wishes for all your endeavors this year with your studying and with your new role as Ambassador of Voices of Olympia Canada. Thank you, Shaya. And now, accueillons maintenant la cohorte 2025-2026 du concours scolaire des Olympiades de la Parole Canada. I will be calling the teams by school alphabetical order to introduce their specific topic. École secondaire Mont-Royal. Sous la supervision de M. Frank Potovra, animateur de développement personnel et engagement communautaire, et de mademoiselle Nesrine Shihani, mentor des Olympiades de la Parole Canada.
Bonjour tout le monde, c'est un réel privilège d'être avec vous aujourd'hui. On est très honorés, l'école secondaire Mont-Royal, de participer à ce concours. Un grand merci particulier à Madame Savary pour son invitation. Et aujourd'hui, je représente donc l'école secondaire Mont-Royal. Mon nom est Franck Potvora, je suis animateur de développement personnel et d'engagement communautaire de cette école qui a à peu près 75 ans aujourd'hui, qui a la particularité d'être une école internationale d'à peu près 1000 élèves qui dessert la circonscription de Mont-Royal notamment et de Saint-Laurent. Et mon rôle dans l'école est notamment coordonnateur du bénévolat. J'aborde également les enjeux de diversité, de solidarité et de citoyenneté mondiale. Et aujourd'hui un peu plus les enjeux de plaidoyer pour la condition féminine. Et je passe la parole désormais à Rama Bemstima, porte-parole de cette belle équipe de l'école secondaire Mont-Royal. Merci de votre accueil.
Merci de cette opportunité de partager notre sujet de recherche avec vous. Bonjour, je m'appelle Rama Bemstima, porte-parole de l'équipe secondaire Mont-Royal. Maintenant, avec moi, je vais vous présenter les personnes dans mon équipe.
Oui, bonjour, je m'appelle Park Singhan Park et je suis la responsable des données internationales.
Je m'appelle Yasha Limtaz-Memon et je vais m'occuper des données nationales.
Rassil Ayat Ibrahim, responsable des données locales.
Des Pachenko, je suis responsable des résultats attendus.
Dans un contexte où les technologies se développent rapidement, notamment dans le milieu éducatif, avec l'arrivée de l'intelligence artificielle, les transformations soulèvent des questions sur l'accès, l'équité et la transformation du milieu scolaire pour accueillir ces nouvelles technologies. C'est dans cette perspective que notre école s'est intéressée... Non, le slide d'avant. C'est dans cette perspective que notre équipe s'est intéressée à comment renforcer l'autonomisation des filles dans un système éducatif insuffisamment préparé à l'intégration technologique. Pour mieux comprendre cette réalité, nous avons analysé plusieurs données, soit internationales, nationales et locales.
Oui. À l'échelle internationale, près de 95% des recherches montrent que l'intelligence artificielle peut améliorer l'enseignement, par exemple en personnalisant les recherches, en personnalisant l'apprentissage, ou en aidant les enseignantes. Potentiellement, 44% des enseignants disent l'utiliser dans leur travail. Et cette grande différence entre la réalité et la potentielle vient souvent à cause du manque de formation ou d'accompagnement ou de règles claires. Comprendre ce décalage est vraiment important car il affecte la façon dont les élèves et surtout les filles pour pouvoir profiter des outils numériques. Et je passe la parole à Yachal.
Au Québec, le ministre de l'Éducation reconnaît que l'IA est importante et veut profiter de ces possibilités pour moderniser l'apprentissage. Mais les données montrent qu'il y a toujours une inégalité dans l'utilisation de ces technologies. Par exemple, les entreprises dirigées par les femmes utilisent moins l'IA, soit à 12,3 %, comparé à 16,5 % de celles dirigées par les hommes. Ces chiffres représentent un enjeu plus large, un accès inégal aux ressources et à la formation, ce qui peut aussi se retrouver dans les milieux scolaires. Et donc, on peut dire que l'intégration de l'IA ne bénéficie donc pas de la même manière à tout le monde. Et cela peut avoir un impact sur la place des filles dans le numérique. Je donne maintenant la parole à Ayat pour vous présenter les données locales.
Dans notre région, l'impact de l'IA est très concret. Comme vous pouvez le voir, 7% des élèves à l'université affirment avoir utilisé l'intelligence artificielle pour faire un devoir à leur place. Ce qui nous montre clairement que l'intégrité des travaux est déjà mise à l'épreuve. En réponse, le gouvernement du Québec a lancé une campagne pour intégrer l'IA dans l'enseignement supérieur. Ces chiffres nous montrent que l'IA est bien présente et qu'il faut absolument l'encadrer. Ainsi, voici notre question de recherche. À la lumière de ces données, nous aimerions comprendre comment l'intelligence artificielle et la gouvernance numérique peuvent aider à renforcer l'autonomisation des filles dans le système éducatif actuel. Je laisse maintenant la parole à Lise.
Résultats attendus. Nous espérons de 1. Mieux comprendre l'état de préparation du système éducatif pour intégrer l'intelligence artificielle dans les écoles. 2. D'identifier les écarts entre les besoins des filles et ceux d'intégration de l'intelligence artificielle dans le système éducatif et finalement de proposer une solution pour combler ces écarts afin de proposer une solution pour combler ces écarts afin que l'IA devienne un outil d'autonomisation des filles dans l'éducation.
En conclusion, l'intelligence artificielle représente une opportunité importante pour transformer l'éducation, notamment en donnant du contenu personnalisé aux enseignants et en les aidant pour transformer l'éducation. Mais tout cela doit être accompagné d'une gouvernance pour assurer l'équité, notamment pour les filles. Merci beaucoup de votre écoute. Nous remercions M. Franck Potvora, Mme Nesrine Chihani et le public. Merci d'être venu encourager nos efforts.
Merci et bonne chance. Deuxième école en ordre alphabétique, l'école secondaire Augustine Norbert-Morin, sous la supervision de Mme Nancy Bill et de Mademoiselle Chloé Garrier-Pibil et Kanga Anne Prunella et Omo, mentor des OLM de la Parole Canada. L'équipe de l'école est malheureusement absente, mais absente justifiée. Donc, nous allons quand même vous montrer les titres de leurs projets. Les projets, c'est le renforcement législatif de l'intelligence artificielle pour garantir la protection des femmes face à la cyberviolence au Canada. Et on va vous montrer aussi les membres de l'équipe. Donc, on souhaite bonne chance à l'école secondaire Augustin Norbert-Morin et on va continuer avec la prochaine école. Donc, j'invite au podium EMSB Marymount Academy International under the supervision of Miss Dimitra Tomakos, teacher, but Miss Dimitra Tomakos is not here with us today, so Miss Shaya Fadel will take over. And Miss Naomi Kaome, Voices of Olympia Canada mentor.
everyone. So as you know, my name is Shaya, and I was a past Voices of Olympia participant and current Voices of Olympia ambassador. I'm also a Marymount Academy international student. So today I'm replacing Ms. Simakos, who sadly couldn't be here. But firstly, I would like to thank Dr. Savary for her continued support and the opportunity to participate in such an important competition. So it brings me with great honor to introduce my school. Marymount Academy is a very diverse population. I remember the first time I set foot in the halls, the amount of diverse cultures and languages overwhelmed me. And here at Marymount, that is something that we pride ourselves in. And it is not something we pride ourselves in, but it also is our strength. I find we are a very unique school because of this. And also we are a very close-knitted community, boasting only 500 students, which allows us to participate in meaningful competitions like these. So it brings me with great honor to present this year's 2025 to 2026 Marymount Academy International School Team.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I am Maylin Nicolaïchou, Marymount Academy spokesperson. Firstly, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to Voices of Olympia and Dr. Savary, and to our supervising teacher, Ms. Simakos, and our mentor, Ahunami Kueme, for shaping the team you see on stage. Breast cancer has personally affected some of my teammates' family members, which has fueled our dedication to pursue this specific topic. Therefore, we present to you Hope, Strength, and Algorithms, the future of breast cancer care. And however, I am not embarking on this project's journey alone. I have a wonderful team who will introduce themselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wen An Nguyen, and I am a researcher.
Hello, my name is Shin Yisu, and my role is also to research.
Hello, everyone. I am Sanya Bakhtawa and a part of the writing team.
Hello, my name is Raneem Sleiman, and I'm also one of the writers for this project. Income level, ethnicity, and gender are key social factors that strongly shape the health of an individual. As the WHO states, the lower an individual's socioeconomic position, the higher the risk of poor health, which reminds us that even in high-income countries, gender remains a key determinant to access to healthcare for women.
A UK study found that women's socio-economic disparities, such as heavier caregiving role and stigma around women's health issues, significantly contribute to the gender health gap. These factors highlight the present barriers which prevents women from accessing healthcare services. Another factor that affects access is location. Evidence from the Nordic healthcare system shows that AI-powered remote monitoring can reduce barriers to care. Researchers ultimately found that AI improved access to healthcare regardless of where patients live, but it seems barriers continue to persist.
In Canada, Maple, a digital healthcare platform, conducted a survey among Canadian women that reviewed significant problems in our healthcare system. Care delays and misdiagnoses all contribute to over half of Canadian women stating that our healthcare system fails us. While the system remains stagnant, the digital healthcare keeps progressing. According to Digital Health Canada's 2023 to 24 report, there was a 40% increase in their overall membership compared to a mere 8% growth the year before, showing an immense growth and interest in applying digital supports to the Canadian healthcare system.
But this growth meets an urgent need, as breast cancer is not waiting for women to turn 50 anymore, seeing that even women in their 20s are experiencing a drastic 45% increase in diagnosis.
Despite this rise, Quebec's current breast cancer screening program remains restricted to women aged 50 to 74, offering mammograms only every 2 years through the RAMQ. Access remains uneven within the province, as just 2 days ago, CBC News reported that women in Nunavik experience great barriers. In response to the RAMQ's policy, over 42,000 Quebecers have endorsed the Quebec Breast Cancer Foundation's call for a more timely, individualized, and risk-based screening model.
Hence, my team and I are committed to developing a dynamic solution. The aim for our research is to determine how AI-supported platforms can boost early breast cancer screening accessibility and confidence among all Canadian women. Our study will delve into how these tools may increase their healthcare access, ultimately reducing gaps in health equity. We will propose AI-driven solutions that enable equitable breast cancer care, solutions that can save the lives of our mothers, our sisters, and women across Canada. Once again, on behalf of the Marymount team, we would like to thank Voices of Olympia and everyone who makes it possible. To Dr. Savary, our supervising teachers and mentors, and the bright young women here today. Thank you for allowing us to raise our voices, think critically, and make significant changes in the world together in the spirit of Olympe de Gouges. Thank you.
Thank you, EMSB Marymount Academy International. And now we have a presentation live streamed from British Columbia. So please allow us 15 seconds of transition. It's now the moment of the Team A from RE Mountain Secondary School, Langley, BC, under the supervision of Mr. Tanguy Exume, teacher, and Miss Victoria Castelli, Voices of Olympia Canada ambassador.
I am muted, like classic. Hello, bonjour tout le monde. C'est un plaisir d'être avec vous aujourd'hui. On est RE Mountain Secondary School. Nous sommes heureux de participer à cette édition de Voices of Olympia Canada. Aujourd'hui, on est RE Mountain avec plaisir que je présente deux équipes. Vraiment, nous sommes heureux de participer à cette édition de Voices of Olympia Canada. On est RE Mountain avec plaisir que je présente deux équipes. Merci.
Hello everyone, we are Team A from...
Are you in? Do you see your face? Do you see your face, Aditi? Is it showing your face? Oh, okay. Go here.
Hello everyone, we are RE Mountain Secondary School and we are Team A in Langley, BC. Our topic, we're going to AI, disinformation, and misinformation impacts women and girls in journalism. Team A includes me, Aditi Narayanaswamy, as our spokesperson.
Yurei Park in grade 10 as a researcher. Subin Bay in grade 10 also as a researcher.
Anushka Mukherjee in grade 10 as a media developer. Haeyun Roh also in grade 10 as a media developer.
Our team is under the supervision of Mr. Exume, who is a social studies teacher at RE Mountain Secondary, and Miss Victoria Castelli as our Voices of Olympia mentor. Before we continue, we would like to acknowledge the land we reside on. The Katzie, Kwantlen, Matsqui, and Semiahmoo First Nations have cared for this territory since time immemorial, and long before our arrival. We remain indebted to them for the unceded usage of their land, and we recognize our responsibility to learn and honor their ongoing presence in Canada. Our team is tremendously fortunate for our multicultural and ethnically diverse community in our school. It has given us the opportunity to empathize with all perspectives and educate ourselves on the cultural importance of the land. With our project, we will continue to uphold and empower Indigenous values. Continuing on with our evidence. Regarding our topic, there was strong, substantial information. According to a study done by UNESCO, 75% of female journalists face online harassment and scrutiny through the wrongful usage of AI. 1 in 4 have even received physical or death threats as a result of AI deepfakes and doxing. 20% also experienced offline sexual and physical attacks directly correlating with their online experience. A national survey done by Canada shows out of 1,000 young girls and women ages 15 to 24, 86% were negatively impacted by misinformation and disinformation online. Many of them ended up developing stress, depression, anxiety, and other negative impacts as a consequence. Although we are located in BC, Quebec has many similarities to us regarding AI development. It won't be long before our statistics closely resemble theirs. For regional information, Quebec is reported to have the largest percentage of deceptive AI, which is 54%. This includes altered images and deepfakes. In fact, 96% of all deepfakes are of women. After considering all this evidence, our team has decided to research on how can AI and responsible digital governance contribute to the empowerment of girls and women in journalism in a world of increasing disinformation and misinformation. As for our expected outcomes by the end of our investigation, we expect to gain a better understanding on how AI and responsible digital governance can foster an efficient and a productive information workspace. We also expect to design a solution to empower young girls in building capacity to differentiate safe information against misinformation and disinformation online. We would like to thank Voices of Olympia, our mentor, and Mr. Exume for providing us this opportunity. Thank you for joining us today.
Wait, because you're gonna have to tell me that, okay? Wait, because you're gonna have to tell me that, okay? Wait, because you're gonna have to tell me that, okay? Wait, because you're gonna have to tell me that, okay? Just a second.
Hello, everyone, and good morning to you all. We are Team B from Ori Mountain Secondary, Langley, BC. We are gathered here to talk about the presence of gender and racial biases within educational content through the lens of AI and how technologies unintentionally reinforce these gender and racial biases. Before we'd like to introduce ourselves, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional and unceded territories of the Matsqui, Kwantlen, Katzie, and Semiahmoo tribes. We make this acknowledgement to remind ourselves about Canada's harmful treatment of Indigenous peoples in the past, including cultural genocide. We also recognize our responsibility to support present and future generations on this land. We would now like to introduce ourselves. I'm Neha Sri Dayanand from grade 10, and I'm the media developer and designer of this project.
Hello everyone, my name is Radima Varn in grade 9 and I am the team lead and solutions development manager.
Hello everyone, my name is Cordelia Abier. I'm in grade 10 and I'm the essay writer and co-researcher.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriela Uday. I'm in grade 10. I'm the head researcher.
And we are under the supervision of Mr. Exame, the social studies teacher of RA Mountain Secondary, as well as Victoria Castelli, our mentor. In order to understand the impact of AI in educational materials, we have collected and analyzed data on gender and racial biases on the national, regional, and global levels. Globally, about 75% of AI training and development is still dominated by men, which can reinforce gender and traditional social biases. Additionally, IBM points out the biased social inequalities, putting historically marginalized groups at risk when AI is used. Nationally, AI models such as GPT and Llama picked to ongoing biases across gender, race, religion, and social class. AI systems that are predominantly trained by Western data might unintentionally misrepresent Indigenous, Black, and racialized communities here in Canada. Regionally, many students, about 73%, tend to rely on generative AI for assignments. Experts suggest that incorporating AI literacy into schools can guide students to use these tools appropriately by expanding their analytical skills. The following data led us to explore how gender and racial biases within educational materials can limit girls' empowerment, influencing the opportunities that are available to them. And we hypothesized that increasing numbers, including gender, racial, and cultural representation, could help decrease these biases, leading to more equitable and inclusive educational content that better reflects the experiences of all students. Our research aims to provide a clearer picture of how AI systems are created and trained, and by increasing our understanding of this process, we hope to empower students, educators to critically engage with AI. We would like to highlight the importance of including diverse voices, not just in terms of gender and race, but also in terms of having access to a wider range of perspectives which help reduce biases. Finally, we seek to promote AI literacy in schools, starting with youth in our district of British Columbia through a nonprofit initiative, as we aim to prepare them with the skills to use AI tools responsibly, having informed digital citizens. And thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I just want to say that the live streaming is going with the BC team, and to listen again to their presentation, we will be able to access the YouTube video after the ceremony. I wait for you to give me the sign as soon as Mountain Secondary School has finished the presentation so we can continue. I wait for you guys, okay? Yeah, those are the slides of Team A. And those are the slides of Team B. So this is the topic. we can continue? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, R.A. Mountain Secondary School Team A and B. And now let us welcome on stage Team A from the study under the supervision of Mrs. Amalia Leogas, teacher, and Miss Maëlle Mathieu, Voices of Olympia Canada mentor.
C'est à mon tour de vous souhaiter bienvenue à De Study. Mon nom est Marie-France Sénécal. Je suis la directrice du secondaire à De Study. Notre histoire avec le Lain la Parole remonte à 2017. Nous étions une des premières écoles à participer à cette fantastique compétition. Et depuis ce jour, bien entendu, plusieurs de nos équipes ont participé au projet, ont quelquefois gagné, souvent gagné, et même apporté leurs projets qui ont dépassé les frontières canadiennes. Alors, sans plus tarder, j'aimerais vous présenter l'équipe A de The Study.
Before we begin, we would like to extend our deep appreciation to Lain la Parole for giving us this opportunity, and to Dr. Savary, whose generous expertise has shaped this into a truly meaningful experience. Furthermore, we would like to sincerely thank Ms. Amalia Leogas and Maëlle Mathieu for their continued support. Je m'appelle Gabrielle Tessier et j'ai l'honneur de servir en tant qu'éditrice et de co-leader de cette équipe. L'intégration de l'intelligence artificielle est cruciale pour réduire la mortalité maternelle mondiale. L'IA a la capacité de suivre certains signes de complications gestationnelles et des signes vitaux, ce qui est optimal pour les populations dans les régions rurales. Ce projet cible les soins de santé maternelle inuits en raison des difficultés reliées aux régions nordiques et également aux problèmes sociaux uniques. En somme, l'IA, si utilisée éthiquement, devient alors un outil fondamental offrant des diagnostics précoces et une surveillance à distance pour toutes les femmes inuites au Canada.
My name is Priya Kennedy, and I am this team's programmer. While artificial intelligence can further the maternal services, it also increases the inequalities between Indigenous and non-Indigenous women. These inequalities are not new. Dating back to the mid-20th century, what were then called Indian hospitals were overcrowded, understaffed, and provided a very poor quality of care. The biases propagated by these institutions are still prevalent today, and if they are integrated into artificial intelligence, they will continue the cycle of mistreatment of Indigenous mothers. While these mothers are twice as likely to experience complications during birth, Indigenous health in general was viewed by the Canadian government as a humanitarian and moral obligation, specifically to protect the rest of the Canadian population from disease.
Hello, my name is Alexandra Arfanis, and I also have the privilege of serving as both a researcher and programmer on this team. Challenges regarding Indigenous maternal health care persists worldwide, revealing major gaps in access and equity. Across a local, national, and global scale, weak digital governance, limited broadband, lack of maternal health care professionals, and fragmented policy coordination continue to hinder care. With ongoing workforce shortages, policy coordination, and reliance on transient healthcare personnel continues to disrupt reliance on healthcare personnel, which disrupts continuity, cultural safety, and service effectiveness. Together, these barriers underscore the critical need for integrated policies and cultural effectiveness. To advance SCG 3.1 aimed at reducing preventable maternal mortality and at creating a more resilient and reliant healthcare system for all Indigenous populations.
My name is Sophie Bergevin, and I am also this team's programmer and researcher. Recently in Quebec, more focus has been on reestablishing midwifery, a sacred and knowledgeable practice that has been devastated by colonialist oppression. Une pratique qui permettra aux mères inuites de rester dans leur communauté pendant leur accouchement. Le Nunavik a fait des progrès importants en rétablissant les sages-femmes autochtones de façon à ce que 92% des délivrances se fassent au Nunavik, tandis que seulement 8% des femmes doivent se rendre à Montréal.
Je m'appelle Mariela Bouchard et j'ai l'honneur de servir comme co-leader et écrivaine de l'équipe. Après avoir établi les problématiques liées aux soins offerts aux femmes d'origine inuite durant la grossesse, il nous reste à proposer des solutions réalistes et respectueuses des réalités nordiques. Nous envisageons de recourir à des outils d'intelligence artificielle tout en nous demandant comment les employer dans des régions où l'accès est difficile. Une solution accessible permettrait aux patients de suivre leur état de santé et de le partager sans méthodes invasives, conciliant pratiques traditionnelles des sages-femmes et médecine professionnelle. Merci à Sky Deer, première femme grande chef de Kanawaki, qui soutient cette démarche et nous reconnaissons l'engagement de Olympe de la Parole pour cette opportunité. Merci.
Thank you, the study team A. And now it's the turn of the study team B, under the supervision of Ms. Amalia Liogas, teacher, and Ms. Maëlle Mathieu, Voices of Olympia Canada mentor.
I would like to thank Olympe de la Parole and Dr. Savary for offering us this opportunity to enrich our academic path. Thank you to Ms. Liogas and Madame Mathieu for their guidance, and thank you to the fellow participants and the audience members for being here. My name is Zhengyi Zhang, and I'm the Study Team B's project lead. The UN News states that the rise of AI has dramatically amplified digital abuse. In today's world, AI tools are increasingly being misused to dox or threaten women who are trying to escape domestic violence. Doxing is the purposeful search and publication of one's personally identifiable information with malicious intent, such as an individual's full name, address, or intimate photos. This type of cyberstalking is what's preventing women from escaping their invaders. Our project focuses on women's path towards safety, enforcing cybersecurity to prevent doxing for women, and helping them escape abusive relationships.
Hello, my name is Minstar Zhao, and I am the Study Team B's researcher. A study conducted in 51 countries with high internet usage by the Economist Intelligence Unit reveals that 55% of online violence towards women has an aspect of doxing. In addition, 74% of women surveyed expressed concern about online abuse escalating to offline threats. Laura Bates, a feminist activist and author, states that men target women for gendered violence and abuse, but it's also about how AI technology facilitates that abuse. This is further amplified by the lack of regulations worldwide.
My name is Ashley Guan, the Study Team B's editor. Canada doesn't have a single law that explicitly declares doxing a crime. Furthermore, we don't have any law regulating AI, meaning doxing will just get that much worse. That's why we started looking at anti-doxing and AI regulations in other countries to better understand how Canada can protect its women. We looked at the Privacy and Other Legislation Amendment Act put in place by Australia, the GDPR passed by the European Union, and the Sustainable Development Goal 5 by the UN.
Je m'appelle April Sangia et je suis la rédactrice pour notre équipe. Dans notre recherche, nous avons examiné un sondage national de 2023 complété par les personnels de 204 centres d'accueil pour femmes au Canada. 95% des personnes interrogées ont affirmé d'avoir porté leur soutien aux femmes qui ont été victimes de harcèlement numérique et 87% ont soutenu celles qui ont été victimes de menaces numériques. Ces nombres seront seulement amplifiés par l'essor de l'IA. Des modifications devraient être introduites afin de mettre l'accent sur la cybersécurité dans la Charte canadienne des droits et libertés.
Hi, I'm Naya Putterman, and I am the Study Team B's researcher. Quebec's Law 25 helps strengthen privacy protections and regulates how personal data is shared and collected. This matters even more today because AI tools make it easier to track, profile, or expose someone's personal information. By setting stricter rules around personal data, Law 25 helps limit AI-driven abuse and offers women stronger protection.
En tant qu'équipe, nous devrons développer une solution qui renforcera la cybersécurité et empêchera spécifiquement la divulgation de données personnelles. On doit aider les femmes qui essaient d'échapper des relations abusives. De plus, on doit souligner la nécessité de créer davantage de lois concernant l'utilisation abusive de l'IA qui facilite cette divulgation pour améliorer sa gouvernance. Merci pour votre écoute et merci encore à Olympe de la Parole et Dr. Savary.
Thank you, the study team B and team A. And now I'm inviting Dr. Savary to the podium for the closing remarks.
Thank you, Mrs. Montanari. Est-ce que ça va? Comme ça? Okay? Okay. So, extraordinary presentation. Thank you to all fantastic participants, and bravo. To go back, before I do my closing remark, I would like to mention, to follow up on the presentation done by Madame Mancini. We have the pleasure to announce that this year, thanks to CIBC, we have added in our ecosystem of support to you a module of financial literacy. I take this opportunity to thank our board member, Nadia Ramundo, who had worked diligently with Mrs. Mancini to design, and are ready now to deliver your financial literacy to make sure that any project that you design and develop make financial sense and close the loop in terms of project management. Thank you then to CIBC for their participation, and to Nadia, I don't see her in the room. In closing, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every person present here today. And thank you to the personnel. Merci au personnel et aux enseignantes de l'Académie Marie-Claire de nous avoir amené ces jeunes filles qui sont nos futures participantes éventuellement. Your presence here confirms the importance of empowering women to become agents of change in our increasingly digital world. À cette équipe concurrente, vous représentez l'espoir de la promesse d'un avenir plus équitable. Vos recherches, votre passion et votre engagement à aborder l'égalité entre les sexes à travers les prismes de l'intelligence artificielle nous rappellent que la génération des leaders de demain a déjà émergé. Elle est réfléchie, compatissante et audacieuse. To our distinguished guests, partners, and supporters, your continued belief in our mission transforms ideas into tangible impacts. Together, we are not merely hosting a competition, we are nurturing a movement that will ripple through classrooms and communities across Canada and the world. Le voyage qui commence aujourd'hui se conclura par des présentations qui résonneront de cet auditorium jusqu'au couloir des Nations Unies en mars 2026, qui va porter la solution et les rêves des jeunes femmes déterminées à façonner leur propre destin tout en élevant les autres sur leur chemin. Thank you for being part of this momentous day. Let us now celebrate the beginning of what promises to be our most inspiring competition yet. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Savary. Now, before we close, we would like to show you a very short video about a few testimonies from last year's competition.
En saluant le travail de nos participantes, nous devenons témoins de la puissance de la voix de ces jeunes filles, alors qu'elles résonnent une plus grande compréhension des enjeux mondiaux et permet de rêver à un monde où fleurit l'espoir d'une société plus juste et équitable.